Well, hi there. Welcome to the final video of the year. There's been a bit of a reshuffling of what the videos were going to be the rest of the year. Um, I was going to do a video about Kickstarter and blockchain and all the artists on Twitter losing their minds over nothing. But to be honest, I don't need the negativity. I don't need to keep passionate. If artists on Twitter want to bail a platform for nothing, then yeah, bail away. Anyway, good stuff. Here we go. Final video of the year, and it's a viewer request. It's coming in from Ali Humail, who asked for a reading of some mini comics. So I picked a couple of mini comics that he asked to read, and we'll read through them. I will point out that a lot of my mini comics are actually silent, so we're going to have to sort of imply some stuff. We can talk about the comics as well if you want to. So here's the first one. There you go. The Amazing Adventures of Circumference and John his Squire. Backstory behind these Circumference stories. Uh, they were written initially for a workshop I was doing, an illustration workshop. Good friend and writing partner Chip. He'd got a book out which I'd illustrated on, and we did a thing where he would go to a branch of Waterstones. I'd go there as well because otherwise it'd be the weirdest workshop ever, right? Uh, he would make up a story or tell a story, and I had no idea what the story would be, and I would do my best to illustrate it as he told the story. And so, as part of that workshop, I made a bunch of these books. I made 3 of these and Walter the Wizard, uh, just to put them on the table for people to take as they left. And this is how Circumference was born. There's a joke in the title. You might not understand. You might get, yeah, Circumference. Yeah. John his Squire. It sounds a bit like Johnny Squire, who's like a rock guitarist type person. So anyway, this is Circumference's first official story. So let's open it up, shall we? And we've got a dragon who's kidnapped the princess. But don't worry, Circumference is coming, and John his Squire is there too. So Circumference has an attempt to take on the dragon, but it doesn't go very well. Circumference tries again because he's nothing if not tenacious. This time he gets a little bit roasted. And the third time, it's just a full out on battle. He's got a shield. The dragon's really blowing smoke and fire at him. And the princess at this point has had enough and decides to free herself. But all seems lost for Circumference. Oh no, there's a big dragon and he's about to sort of post him in his armor when crack! The dragon is laid out by the princess with the post she was tied to, and the princess saves the day. So that was the first ever Circumference story. Yeah. This is the second one. The disastrous doings of Circumference and John his Squire. The illustrative title was done for 2 reasons. One, it allows you to differentiate the books. 2, it's a play on an old radio show called The Doings of Hamish and Dougal, which sounds like the things that they do, and also it sounds like their poops. Anyway, let's have a read this one. There's a castle, got a moat. Away from the castle, we can see Circumference looking at the castle. He's going to take the castle. Charge! And he's charging towards the castle. Makes a big leap. The drawbridge is raised, and it slams his fingers in the drawbridge. So this time, Circumference has a crack at using a catapult to catapult himself into the castle, and that goes as well as you'd expect. So, third attempt, Circumference locates the latrine shaft. So, interesting fact about castles. Yeah, we're learning something today. Most of the toilets emptied into the moat. In a castle, a toilet was referred to as a garderobe, and so all the waste ends up in the. So he climbs up the latrine shaft, comes out in a toilet or a wardrobe, and he's covered in poop. References to the title, and it smells so bad that everyone in the castle leaves and is able to claim the castle, but it still smells. So it's up to John to give Circumference a bath. There's the first two Circumference books, and finally, we have John Sterling Super Spy. I'm going to try and read. This one's got more dialogue in, but I've got a bit of a cold at the moment, so I'm going to try and do my best Sean Connery impression, but it might sound a bit strange. So this is a pastiche of all your Bond films, and this was made during the lockdown that we had in 2020. A distant memory. At the time, everyone was scrabbling to get sort of childcare and get the kids ready so they could do Zoom classes or even just do homeschooling, and it was a real difficult time. So I put some of these out for people to use as something to do. You know, take an hour out, make a comic, or look at this one, write their own. You know, it's a couple of hours of like entertainment. You know. Anyway, here's the book, John Sterling, Super Spy. Of course, as it's a James Bond spoof, it takes place in Dr. Maximoff's secret lair, which of course is always in a hollowed out volcano. There's usually a big missile there, and we can see him sat in his oversized chair with not a white cat. I gave him a giant lizard instead because I thought it was funny. Everyone expects a white cat, but no one expects like a 6-foot comedian. So he sits there. Begin the countdown. At last, the world is mine. Not so fast, Maximoff. It can't be. John Sterling and Agent X. The game's up. Guards, attack! And we have a fight scene where they're taking out all the henchmen who, for some reason, in every Bond film, they always are wearing like overalls and hard hats from building sites. So there's a fight scene. John fires his gun, and Agent X does a few cool punches, and then suddenly John's out of bullets. Empty! He sort of throws it through the panel, hits the self-destruct button with a click. Time to leave! And shortly, they drive away from the exploding lair in the super duper spy car. Later, as the sun rises, John Sterling tries his moves because he's a sly old dog. He's got some champagne in his car, he's got some glasses, and he leans in for a kiss but nudges the gear stick and sends Agent X through this roof on the ejector seat. Aye! So, yeah. So those are 3 books that I sort of picked to read there. Next year, I'm going to be setting up an extra item on the physical store to get these out if people want them. I've done some number crunching on the postage, and it's not too bad. It's feasible that you could actually send these overseas. I mean, sending one of these overseas would cost £1.70. It's not uber expensive for somebody to buy. So if you ever visit the Eniekey Press physical store, keep an eye out for the mini comic collection, and I think you might find some of these quite fun. Okay, so this is the last video of the year. There's a few days left on the Christmas comic offer. We're going to shut that probably Wednesday, which is going to be the 23rd. It's going to be tight if you're UK resident to get your comic before then. Before Christmas. There's only a few copies left anyway, but sign up anyway, because even if you don't get the comic, you can still sign up for the mailing list. Links in the notes below. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. All that usual good stuff. We will see you in the new year. we've got a whole bunch of new things planned. Space Crash issue 3 will be out in the new year. Issue 4 will start pretty much straight away in January, and I want that out by February. Issue 5 out later in the year. We've got a technical bit of technology we want to sort of showcase as well, so that's going to be probably one of the first videos of the year. So yeah, lots going on. Hopefully we'll see you in the next one. In the meantime, I want to wish you Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll see you all in 2022. Alright, take care everyone. Alright, bye now.